From the burning deserts of Rajasthan to the icy heights of Siachen, from battling wars to nation building, from scaling mountains to Olympic glory, from enduring struggle to supreme sacrifice. The Indian soldier has had an illustrious march through history. From the battlefields of the First World War, where 1.3 million Indian soldiers marched with valor, to the Second World War with the Allied forces to uphold the ideals of freedom, liberty and democracy, hastening our own journey to freedom. The immortal epitaph at the memorial in Kohima is a salute to their sacrifice. As our great nation took her first steps towards freedom in 1947, it was the Indian Army with its secular credentials that stood as a bulwark to protect human values, a quality they retain to this day. Then came 1962, when the enemy attacked in hordes, taking the nation by surprise. The ill-equipped Indian soldier stood his ground, willing to lay down his life even in the face of overwhelming odds. In 1965, the Indian Army yet again proved its mettle, be it the dramatic capture of the Hajipir Pass or the unprecedented feat of capturing and incapacitating 100 enemy tanks in the Battle of Asalotar. In one of the greatest milestones achieved in military operations anywhere in the world, the Indian Army oversaw the birth of a nation in 1971, Bangladesh. 1984 saw the Indian Army conduct a singular operation in world military history. Strategically, one of the most important victories as a nation, when India established control over the imposing and magnificent Saltoro Ridge, overlooking the Siachen Glacier. The Indian Army was tested once again in 1999. Evicting belligerent incursions on ice-capped peaks by tackling vertical cliff faces in Kargil, the Indian soldier yet again proved his mettle and won the hearts of the nation. The Indian Army not only safeguards the borders of our nation, but also the foundation of our democracy. The scourge of terrorism and insurgency has brought war to the doorstep of innocent civilians. The formidable reputation of our soldiers goes far beyond our shores. Donning the role of ambassadors of the Indian state, they have endeavored ceaselessly to achieve peace and stability in war-ravaged nations, making them one of the most sought-after peacekeepers across the world. Training friendly armies and extending support and humanitarian aid, our soldiers are the public face of Indian diplomacy. The wrath of Mother Nature comes without warning and can be far more devastating than war itself. In such catastrophe, the nation turns to the ever-dependable army. this devotion to duty comes at a cost. The Indian soldier has been ever willing to pay the price whenever called upon. Stories of valor and sacrifice of the men in uniform are today folklore. Men apart, every man a hero. For every hero, there are countless others who too have spilled their blood. Some survived, many others did not. Unacknowledged, but secure in the knowledge that they too have done their bit for our nation. Words can hardly convey the awe and gratitude that these martyrs inspire. For their sacrifice is our freedom. In the words of T.B. Macaulay, how can man die better than facing fearful odds for the ashes of his fathers and the temples of his gods? Hard at work, the gritty Indian soldier hones his soldierly skills throughout the year, maintaining his equipment and keeping his powder dry. He's always there for other security forces, be it training the Central Armed Police Forces to combat terror or assisting the local police when things get out of hand. Once a soldier, always a soldier. Our veterans too contribute to society. Once they hang up their spurs, they join every walk of civilian life, bringing with them the qualities of discipline, honesty, integrity, and loyalty. The Army also imparts these values in the younger generation through the NCC, investing in our future. In heat and cold, in pleasure and pain, stoic and steadfast, you will find him living by his honor code, willing to pay even with his life, for the dignity of our nation, the idea of India.